Good morning. It's freaking Monday, and it's already starting off like the Mondayest Monday ever. I've been up for an hour now, and I'm just now getting to this video. Yeah, it's one of those days where, I snoozed my alarm, and then I got up, and then had to do, tattoo stuff for those of you that aren't following my journey on my regular page. Got a tattoo on the top of my foot, and that is not fun for putting on shoes in the morning. And then the washer's having issues, and it's Monday, right? All right, so new topic this week. This week I want to talk to you guys. I'm kind of going to go all over the place, but basically stretching and flexibility, and then we're going to work in a little bit of information about yoga and meditation as the week goes on as well. But just quick and simple and dirty this morning, stretching. Why in the world do you need to stretch? I know so many people that do not take time to stretch. And so let's just think about this for a second. Most injuries are not broken limbs, right? Most injuries that occur, especially when you're thinking about involving physical activity, come from pulled muscles and strained tendons, right? Stretching can help take care of that, but there is a proper way to stretch. You don't want to stretch cold muscles because then you end up pulling them. So having some kind of little warm up, 5-10 minutes of warming up your muscles first is a good idea, and then stretch your muscles out. This will help prevent injuries during a workout, but even just like in real life, every day as we get older, our tendons and muscles lose the flexibility, the elasticity that they used to have, which is what typically causes us injury. You're feeling good, you're a pretty active person, and you go out to play soccer with the kids one day, and the next day you are limping and like there's a weird pain in your shoulder and you don't know why. That's all because your muscles are just so tight, and you haven't kept them nice and elastic and fluid to be able to move so much. So on a daily basis, especially as we get older, it's a very, very, very good idea to stretch before and after activity. Why after activity? Well, once you're doing your workout and you're moving around or you're playing with your kids in that soccer game, lactic acid is building up in your muscles. If you take the time to stretch it out a little bit, it helps release some of that so you're not as sore the next day. If you haven't been doing anything for a long time, you're still gonna be sore, but you won't be as sore the next day, right? Also, just jumping back a little bit, thinking about, I always think about what it's going to be like when I get old. I'm kind of scared about getting old, but I look at people and think about the way that they move when they're older, reaching down to get something, and then all of a sudden there's a pop in your back or in your leg, or when people fall, they typically get hurt because they can't move in such a way to, like, their bodies won't stretch in quite the right way to be able to catch them appropriately, so then they land wrong and end up hurting themselves that way. And yes, I know that's all over the place, but it's Monday morning. So throughout the week, I will come and talk to you about different ways to stretch both your upper and your lower body. When people do stretch, even though they don't do it most of the time, they always seem to focus on their legs, but your arms and your back are a huge part of that, making sure that you have the mobility in your shoulders and stuff like that. All right, I need to get my workout done, and you need to get your butt out of bed and go to work, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop it right here, and I will check back in with you guys tomorrow and talk a little bit more about flexibility. Ciao.